The year is 1983, and this guy, who works in CGI, is tired of the machine-like look of standard noise. So he sets out to create an algorithm that could revolutionise procedural generation and computer imagery. And Perlin Noise is born. And now, more than 40 years later, I aim to explain how it works and then implement the algorithm in Python. Before we go on, real quick, I'm releasing my first ever Steam game this year, and it would mean so much to me if you wishlisted the game on Steam with the link in the description. So, how does Perlin Noise work? Traditional noise is just a bunch of random pixels placed on a screen with no pattern or algorithm behind them. However, Perlin Noise tries to arrange these random dots in a specific way to create natural looking scenery, like the type you'd see in Minecraft. To start, we need to create a grid, and at every intersection on that grid, draw a random vector. Then we'll find an offset vector from each of the corners on the grid to the point we want to find a value for. For each of the corners, we just take the dot product of the corresponding random vectors and offset vectors. For example, here we can take the dot product of the top left random vector and the top left offset vector. Since the dot product is always between 1 and -1, the Perlin Noise value for any given cell will be clamped between these two numbers. Once we've done this for every corner of the cell we're in, the final value for any given pixel is the weighted average of all those dot products. This means the Perlin Noise value will pass through 0 at every intersection. We can say, for example, that if the Perlin Noise value for any cell is greater than 0.5, we put a tree there, or we multiply that value by 100 to get the height of that tile. Now we know how Perlin Noise works, how do we implement it? Fortunately, in Python we have a noise library that can calculate the Perlin Noise value for any given pixel. Now, if we wanted to use this in a game, we need to split the world into chunks. That Fluffy Potato has a great video on how to do this, which I'll link in the description. But essentially, we have a game map dictionary that stores the data about each chunk. We calculate the top left coordinate of each chunk based on the width of each cell and the number of cells in each chunk, and render all the data in that target chunk. We also render all the surrounding chunks and save each one rendered to the game map dictionary, identifying it with the top left coordinate of the chunk.